My name's Matt. I'm an older guy, 50 years old, and I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons since Dungeons and Dragons Basic, rolling the dice, etc. back in the old days. And was very excited when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, because I've been waiting since Neverwinter Nights 2 for a decent RPG, D&D based RPG to be available, party based and everything. And Baldur's Gate 3 is great. So I've jumped on the early access plan. This is my 4th playthrough. I've started each time there's been a new patch from scratch. And in the last patch they included a new class, which was the Druid class, which they kind of seem to have made the best class to pick at this point. Until they do future updates, who knows, because in the first 3 patches there was no Druid class, but early in the game, as you'll see in a sec, you enter the Druid, there's a Druid Grove, which so opens up new dialogue possibilities and everything for you. So at this point it's kind of the fun one to pick, in my opinion. What I thought I'd do here is give you an idea on direction for early playthrough of the game. So this being the map, you'll get through the initial stuff and you'll start up down here, this is the ship that's crashed. So you'll head up this way, pick up a few things, you'll go up to here where you'll find outside the door of the overgrown ruins Shadow Hut. And then you've already, well, no need for me to say that, so I'll stick to the plan. You'll make your way through the wreck of the ship and whatnot, and you'll come up through here. You'll explore this whole area, pick up Gale and whatnot. I don't want to go on a spoiler plan, so I'll just show you direction. You'll know who you pick up as you go along, and you'll have fun with that. Okay, so but when you get over here to the ruins, you can go and do a downside path here to pick up a couple of things. And then you've got the upper level and the lower level of the ruins here, so you'll delve into the ruins and play that game. A couple of ways to get in. There's a hole right here, where right above some characters, NPCs that are talking there's a bag suspended. If you want to hit that, that'll shatter through to the ground and take out a couple of the enemies at the same time. But you won't get what's on them necessarily if they fall through the hole by the time you get to them. There's another entrance over here, which you can talk your way in. There's someone on the other side. If you fail there, you'll kind of have to go through here. Then you'll go back up through this section, pick up another person on the way through, and there will be another person, where is it, up around here? Oh, as you head up through here, yeah, I think it's up around here. There might be more here. Anyway, you'll make your way through here. There's another. These are fast travel points, so you'll pass these and make life a little bit easier for yourself as you go along. Now there'll be. Go down here, so you pick that up first, so that's on your map, and then make your way through here, or better yet, up on top of here to start a fight that's going to happen here at the gates of the Druid Grove. Why go up here? You'll be elevated, so your missile ammo and whatnot will have better attack chance and damage. So once you go through here, you'll go into the grove. Now this is a whole big thing, so not much here. A little fight up the top here, which is a little bit sort of out of place in my opinion. It's a little bit weird. You can go up here and walk across here to an elevator that goes down, but it's down at the time, so you go straight through it first, talk to someone here, keep going through. Now there's a merchant here who's of druidic nature, so he will do better deals for you if you're a druid. Have your person with the most charisma and use an ability up spell on them, perhaps, to up the charisma by 2 or so, and they will have better reactions, better prices and everything from the merchants. There's a merchant here, there's a couple down here. But you can also walk through here to the Druid Grove. On your way there will be a kid tiefling here and another one to encounter here. There's a way to go through the rock here or down the back here. If you go down here onto a shelf, the only ones that can get through a little hole are dwarves and whatnot, half size. So until there's a spell to shrink, you won't be able to use that really, unless you just want him to go and do it. But if you go down here and do a little bit of this and that and whatnot, including over through to here, there's a bard up the top here to go and see, and down through here there's a whole encounter. You fight some harpies down on the beach and save someone, potentially. Trying not to spoil too much, but this is not so much part of the story as much. But the important bits to, after you've done all that, is to make your way, it won't be obvious, make your way through to the back here, and there's some bits up there. Also, careful to miss this one. Come back over here, you'll have to use an extended jumping or a misty step spell to get across here to pick up from a chest too. Anybody, by the way, anybody who's played as well and I've missed something along the way, I'd love to know. Any secrets, any eggs, all that. So pipe up. Tell me I'm an idiot, I've missed something. Please. You can go back down here too and down onto the beach and get over here and pick up some stuff. There's a little weird encounter down here, quite frankly. And you've got a whole bunch of pretty cool visuals going on here too with the Druid Grove. There's someone to talk to here. You can and you can your whole little story will develop here. You go down into there and talk to the head of the druids and all that fun jazz. You can kind of, I might do it next playthrough. I might just take out the druids. It's one step you can take in the game, but saving everybody is kind of the way I'm going at the moment. What next? Down through here where the merchants are and all that, there's kind of little adventures and whatnot, little shelves you can jump on, and there's another down the back of where the jails are and everything. You'll see what I mean when you get there. There's a way through to another secret passageway and a whole another adventure that goes through a tunnel down here. I hope I'm not missing anything. There's a few little secret tunnels and places you'll go. When you're down in here where the druids are, there's a door to get in. I think it's there or there. It's got a place that goes through to another place too, and a couple of spots. I don't want to let too much out. You should, finding them's half the fun in the discovery. Zevalor's down here, and again there's a place into another place. Also through there, if you go to the right passages, you can get to a little block here, which is another kind of way out of the back of the Druid Grove, and you can skip across to here and whatnot. I haven't done that this time, I've done it before. When you come out, you can also sort of, this is a little platform that oversees all of this, and you can go out here, and without Misty Step it's a bit hard, or you want to take a lot of prone damage jumping down here. But I'd suggest not necessarily coming out this way, but coming back out, coming across here and going up to an encounter. This is a raised platform that you climb up, and there's somewhere there to explore. And then I would suggest heading across, coming up this way as opposed to this way. There's not much through these strips, but you go down here. There's an important encounter here that leads you to an encounter over here. Again, I won't say too much. Now, this is where it sort of changes. You'll finish this encounter and you'll go, okay, so where do I go next? I've got many options, they'll be there. I would suggest to you, see, one of them's to go and attack the Goblin Village, which is over here, Goblin Camp. You might think that's there if you're not paying attention. There's a lot of goblins there, that's why. If you come up through this pathway, there's possibly you could come up and encounter this here. But I wouldn't keep walking straight through, because you'll early on, unless you're pretty good, you'll probably die. And I don't advise going down this way, because you will definitely die. I would suggest to you that your path that's best is to get over to here. There is a little encounter down here which has got a couple of different ways of being dealt with, which is linked with this up here. So explore that at your will. You can go run down here and just do that as a strip and come back kind of thing. There's an encounter here which is kind of the next, all this kind of area here, well, including that too in a way, but this is all kind of intertwined, and I would call that the next chunk to get through. Now, obviously encountering that too, this whole area is a big area of its own. Now the next big massive plan, and I reckon, and you can come, and it's here, it'll involve this and it'll involve that, and you can come at it from this way, or this way. I suggest the plan of coming at it from over this way. Actually, the encounter's more here. Come at it because you'll be elevated again all around you. And I won't say too much more. There's a cave over here, and there I would say to you that check your levels when you're in there and find anything strange or hidden. And that you might say then, okay, well, I'll go south into the Blighted Village. You potentially could. By that time you might be strong enough. I found that going over and doing this way was a really good next step. Massive sort of encounter, lots more involvement with people out in the wild, so it's a bit of fun. And at this stage all my characters are 4th level. So, yes, I haven't gone any further. I can't offer you any advice past that. I have gone back down here. Now, the mountain pass over here will involve, that's sort of your, do I spoil this in a way or not? It's linked to Lae'zel, let's say. Let's just say that. The wagon here is to do with the mission that comes up here. Go back, I think, and this is what I'm doing. I've gone through and done this Blighted Village. There is a hole in here which takes you down into the spiders and then Underduck, and that's kind of where I am at the moment. I've left myself without a featherfall spell on anybody to go down this hole I want to go down, so I'm going to go try find a scroll. But anyway, I'm gonna, when the game comes out for release, I'll do a playthrough of this game. But I just thought anybody's having a bit of a go or going to consider buying it. It's a sensational game. If you're a D&D fan, there's a lot to enjoy. The visuals are great, and they're only going to get better. They weren't as good when the game came out. They've added a lot of shaders and texture, which is fantastic. This is the scene of probably your first big battle, and that's why I said that's the Sylvanas room. It's there. Make your way up here and oversee a battle where people, gnolls and whatnot, are trying to get into this gate, and there's a couple outside defending and some along the ramparts. Anyway, that's enough for now. I'll post this up, and if you enjoy it, please let me know. I'll start a fresh channel for the game upon release.